नमस्ते। आप सबका स्वागत है चित्त की बात आरती नागपाल के साथ। आज मेरे गेस्ट हैं फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के बहुत ही रिनाउंड आर्ट डायरेक्टर, मेरे प्यारे दोस्त, एक इंस्पिरेशनल पर्सनालिटी और बहुत कुछ जीवन में उन्होंने इतने सारे लोगों को इंस्पायर किया है, अपना जीवन एक कला की तरह जिया है। उनके पास से बहुत कुछ सुनने के लिए है, बहुत कुछ जानने के लिए है, बहुत कुछ सीखने के लिए है। आइए हम मिलते हैं, बातचीत करते हैं और उनकी ज़िंदगी की जर्नी के बारे में सुनते हैं हमारे प्यारे बिजॉन दास गुप्ता जी।
हेलो, नमस्ते।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
माय प्लेजर।
थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग ऑन माय शो चित्त की बात आरती नागपाल के साथ।
माय प्लेजर।
बिजॉन दा, आपको पूरी दुनिया बहुत अच्छी तरीके से जानती है, मुझे आपको ज़्यादा इंट्रोड्यूस करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। बट बिजॉन दा कैसे हैं अंदर से, उनकी जीवन की शुरुआत कैसे रही, उनका बचपन कैसा था, उनकी पढ़ाई कैसी थी, उनकी लाइफ कैसी थी, इस बारे में मुझे लगता नहीं है कि बहुत लोग जानते होंगे। एम आई राइट?
या
तो मैं आज उसी बारे में बात करने के लिए आई हूँ
ओके।
मेरे पॉडकास्ट पे। मुझे जानना है कि आपका बचपन कैसा था।
हिंदी में बोलना है, इंग्लिश में बोलना है?
आपको जो लैंग्वेज ठीक लगे।
माय लाइफ हैज आई एम फ्रॉम बैंगलोर.
ओके।
We were the third Bengali family to settle down in Bangalore.
अच्छा।
And I was the youngest of the whole lot. We're three of us, my elder brother, my sister, and me. And it was a very comfortable home, but I lost my father at a very early age.
ओह।
तो जो अच्छा खासा जो घर का फाइनेंशियल जो सब कुछ था, suddenly it came shattering. We had our company there. We were into pharmaceutical business. And I hats off to her mother how she brought us up. She never took me off from the best school that I was going to. She managed somehow there to run it. I should not leave Bangalore because we could not speak Bengali. We could not didn't want to go back to Calcutta to settle down. So I lived in Bangalore. My graduation, school, everything happened in Bangalore. मुझे बचपन से आई हैव ऑलवेज वांटेड टू बी, एक होता है ना बचपन में आपको एक्टर बनने का शौक होता है, कीड़ा होता है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
तो ऐसे कुछ करता था घर में बैठ के। आई टॉकिंग व्हेन आई वाज वेरी यंग, एंड देन देयर वाज एन एड फॉर नौनिहाल, एक फिल्म था नौनिहाल,
अच्छा अच्छा।
which won the president medal on that. तो उसके मेन बच्चा जो उसका कास्टिंग था, तो आई अप्लाइड and then they took auditions and I was selected.
ओह नाइस।
Okay, which a lot of
व्हाट
people.
वाज योर एज?
I must have been about 11 or something.
11 ईयर
Yeah. So obviously, when my people came to know, कि मैंने they blew the top. So that did not happen. But कहीं एक the school that I was in did not encourage movies at all.
ओके।
So school से जो हमने they should take us for movies जैसा Ben-Hur,
ओह
इस तरह के फिल्में स्कूल से जाते थे हम लोग। तो the first film that I saw in a theater properly was Pather Pacholi,
अच्छा।
Satyajit Ray का film with my mother.
ओके।
That changed my entire life because when I saw the film, मैंने कभी रूरल इंडिया नहीं देखा था. Being from urban city like Bangalore, मैंने रूरल इंडिया नहीं देखा था. And then suddenly watching a complete rural Bengal in a film with this lake and snakes and this mud houses, that old lady, all Sachit Ray characters, the first film that he made. And that inspired me in no uncertain terms. Okay. तो बस मुझे लगा कि मुझे यहाँ पे जाना है. Okay. So then I started bunking classes and watching movies, Hindi movies, that. I was my favorite actor was Rajkumar.
अच्छा
I used to paint.
अच्छा।
So I had done a painting of Rajkumar, and my brother came and told me that he met Rajkumar in Western Hotel, Bangalore. तो नेक्स्ट डे मैं स्कूल बंक करके साइकिल में मैं चले गया टू मीट हिम. He was sitting outside his room, bungalow tha wo, in Western Hotel, and he was doing his makeup. So he saw me and he knew that our school was popular. So then he asked me if I did autograph for the painting, and I said no, sir. Agar aap isko, if you'll keep it, I would like to give it to you. He said sure. And funnily, you won't believe, I discovered much later when I was doing Umrao Jan, his son Puru, I was just talking to him about Rasa, and I told him that there's a painting, and he said, I have that painting in my house framed.
Oh!
And he framed it, and it's there in the Jew bungalow of his. So that was one of the things that happened when you...
नहीं, उस वक्त आपका एक मोमेंट मिस हो गया कि आप पेंटिंग लेकर गए.
I took the painting there just to meet him. तो फिर बात पे पता चला he had come to shoot हमसफर नहीं को क्या था वो बिया चोपड़ा का फिल्म था हमराज. तो he had come to shoot for that. तो I told him, sir, मुझे एक्टिंग जाना है, मुझे फिल्म में आना है. I told him I have films. And he said no. You're from a good school, good family. तुम्हें सब नहीं करना चाहिए. It's a lousy line. This is a word he said. It's a lousy line. I would advise you to become a graduate.
Okay.
ऐसा करो, graduate बन जाओ. उसके बाद भी अगर still you have it, then meet me in Bombay and I'll help you out.
अच्छा.
Anyway, वो बात वहीं पे खत्म हो गया.
और painting देख के उनका reaction
He was very happy with the painting. He thought कि मैं autograph लेके he would give it to me. So I said, sir, you keep it. And that's later when I discovered that he had framed it and kept it in his house.
He loved it so much.
So anyway, then that phase was over. I joined Bombay. I had applied for FTI.
Okay.
Pune Film Institute.
अच्छा.
And for direction course and editing course.
तो आपने अपना ग्रेजुएशन कहाँ कलकत्ता में?
नहीं Bangalore. Everything was in Bangalore.
अच्छा.
So I had applied for my graduation. but last एक पेपर था वो मैं नहीं दे पाया.
अच्छा.
आ गया भाग के. And so, I was doing theatre in Bangalore. Now the whole theatre also, how it came out was a different thing. My entire life I've had some very great people influenced me.
अच्छा.
Zul Velani, a very known documentary filmmaker, and he was a commentator.
Okay.
He's also from a Shakespeare actor from London and all that.
Theatre.
And he was making a film called Naya Janam
अच्छा.
with Sharmila Tagore and Sanjeev Kumar. Same thing again, my brother told me that he had seen him in Western Hotel.
अच्छा.
So next day मैं भाग गया उसके पास. My brother, they used to call him Bengali.
अच्छा.
So I went there and I met him, and he was an alcoholic. तो पी रहा था. And he said, come, your Bengali spoke to me about you. So I told him, sir, I write stories and all that. अच्छा. तो मैंने उसको कुछ pages दिया जो मैंने कहानी लिखा था.
क्या age थी आपकी?
I was in school that time. I must have been about 14 or 14 होगा शायद. 14,
very young.
So I gave him some stories which I had written, and he escaped through and he said, you have a good processing idea, but you need to improve on your language.
Okay.
Your English has to this thing. So he asked me, then I told him that, sir, मुझे actor बनना है. And Rajkumar, the actor, he said that he would help me. He almost wanted to hit me. Zul. And that changed me totally. And he blew his top and he said, what sort of people are you meeting?
अच्छा.
Because you're Bengalese brother, I'm talking to you nicely.
अच्छा.
ये सब बेवकूफ लोग हैं, आपको गलत जगह पे ले जाएंगे. हाँ, आपको फिल्म लाइन आना है. I said, yeah. He said, आप कितने फिल्म देखते हो? So I told him, sir, ऐसा मैनेज कर लेता हूँ मॉर्निंग शोज वगैरह करके. He said, at least about 10 films you watch in a month. तो इतना पैसा आप खर्च करते हो. आप कितना थिएटर देख? How many plays have you watched? I said, none. How many books have you read? None. He said, you want to be in movies. You have not read books. You have not read. You have not seen films.
You've not seen theatre
So
play.
now you promise you one thing. You will go to British Council and become member. उनका लाइब्रेरी है. ए लिस्ट ऑफ राइटर्स में आपको एल बी सबका नाम लिख के दिया. इनके किताबें आप पढ़ोगे, इनकी प्लेस पढ़ोगे. And you will not watch films. You will buy books and read books. And you will write. That was the first germ of a man who pushed me to theatre. Okay. And he said, there's Bangalore Little Theatre in Bangalore. It's an English theatre group. Most of the foreigners from Peace Coast, London, so they are friends, they are members of it. I'm giving a letter for David Horsbrough. He's a German.
Okay.
Who's written very good plays, Panchatantra and all that. Very popular place and he is now settled down in India, he and his wife Dorin. और वो theatre चलाता है. You will go to him and you will join him. I said, okay.
Okay.
And I went back, and that's how I got initiated into theatre.
Okay.
So I was the youngest BLT member.
Okay.
And I started acting there in plays, but mostly doing backstage work. And then I got into designing because David Horsbrough would design the sets and I would be there to help him out. But it was never in my mind that I would ever want to be an art director. My main aim was that I want to be a director. Acting मेरी दिमाग से निकल ही चुका था. As a kid that is there, then goes off. Then I decided that I have to get into, okay, during that time when he was there, he was making a film called Naya Janam.
Yeah, you
So I wanted to join him. And so they were shooting in the central jail. So I went to meet him. My brother took me. And I met Sanjeev Kumar there, met everybody there.
Nice.
And I met Satyu, MS Satyu made Garam Hawa, the most known film. I met Satyu. He was also the production designer of that film, and he was everything there. So my brother had spoken to Satyu about me.
Okay.
कि मैं उसको लेके आऊंगा, आप उसको थोड़ा सा
सिखा देना.
नहीं, not see, tell him not to get into this line.
अच्छा.
तो सत्य से ठीक है, लेके आओ. And when I went and met Satyu, I was talking to him. Later I told my brother, he's very keen on it. You should not interfere. Let him be. He's right. Zul has put him in the right place. Theatre गिटर कर रहा है. By the 3 years, he's promised Zul that he'll do his graduation. 3 साल में अलग हो जाएगा वो. उसके बाद भी अगर आना चाहता है, that means he definitely wants to be this line.
Correct.
That's how I spent my 2-3 years in college scraping through. From a first-class student, I became a third-class student because I was never attending colleges. I was only doing theatre and bunking, failing. But it taught me life totally.
But आप theatre, मतलब you were like with the director
Backstage
only,
I was
not in front stage.
No. But
learning.
But theatre में क्या होता है कि आपको रोल भी करना पड़ता है. I remember the Salome play था, I was doing one role. As a place there, I was doing role. Zoo story में I was doing one role. So as a role
placed everywhere.
Yeah, so I was doing that. And Satyu was a very known chap. He used to do a lot of fashion shows. I used to help out whatever they did. I used to help them out.
Achha.
And Nishan Arya was a very famous cameraman who was with Satyu. So I got into that group.
You became Man Friday, like.
I became Man Friday, and at the age of just 15, I was their Man Friday. I used to do everything for them. Run around, make their drinks, make their things, be with them, everything. But also, I started growing up very quickly. I started drinking early because they were there, theatre. Okay. But anyway, so that stage got over. And then they said, you apply for FTI.
Okay.
So I said, I'll apply for FTI. And unfortunately, there was a Spanish flamenco troupe that came to India.
Okay.
And there were 14 of them. They never traveled. They traveled with 2 dancers, one singer and all that. These were 8 dancers, singers. First time they were traveling with a 14-member troupe.
Okay.
So suddenly I get a call saying that. And I started working also. I had failed in my exam. So till I said, no, I will not take money from home. So I joined my friend's firm called Nippon Electronics, a Japanese-based company.
Okay.
So that I could make money to pay off my college fees.
Okay.
So I never was ever a burden on my mother or anybody. is to make my money. I should earn my money. कैसे भी करके I should make money from in my earlier. From the age of 14, 15, I was making money.
Nice.
So I joined Nippon, and that's the day when I got a letter from Bombay saying that would you like to join a Spanish flamenco group, and you'll be paid. The money was crazy they were offering me, and you'll be traveling all over India with this troupe. You'll do the lighting and the sets for them.
Okay. As a writer है ना?
No,
Sets.
I mean as a set designer,
Set
and
designer.
a lightning set,
अच्छा,
make a
अच्छा.
lightning
Okay,
play,
okay.
which I should do with Sattu in Bangalore for the place.
अच्छा, okay.
So next day I went straight to my office and told Nagappa, who was the director, I said, sir, मैं जा रहा हूँ. So whatever days I worked, आप मुझे पैसा दे दीजिए. He gave me the money. I went to the station. I bought an unreserved compartment. That's the first time in my life I traveled in an unreserved compartment.
Okay.
मैं घर गया, एक बैग उठाया, छोटा सा कपड़े का बैग, उस पर कुछ भी 2-4 कुर्ता गिरता डाल के, किसी को बोला भी नहीं. And I had just about 14 rupees in my pocket. I went to the station.
Around 70.
And it was the first time that I was traveling in a without reservation. Anyway, I came to Bombay, and my brother, first cousin brother, he was in Juhu, who became my favorite local guardian, and his wife. So I came to his house in Juhu. I had not seen Bombay. And then I went to meet Satyu in Juhu. He's staying in Juhu. And Satyu then on a Sunday took me to Cafe Azmi's house.
अच्छा.
And they were very close. Cafe was writing the dialogues for Garam Hawa.
Okay.
That's where my entire life took a different turn. Because of the Azmi family. I met Baba there. We became the best of the friends. Shabana was a star that time. And Kavi Saab became a father that I never had, because I lost my father at a very early age. Shaukat Awa became a mother, absolutely like my mother. I should live with them. And that's the entire different phase that happened with me.
Universe had full plan for you.
So I went there. And anyway, so I went to for the Calcutta shows. Calcutta में हम लोग Bangalore shows गए. First time I was flying. First time I was staying in 5-star hotel. So all that became first time for me.
एक सेकंड. मतलब आपने पहले अनरिजर्व डब्बे में
नहीं वो तो मैं आ गया यहाँ पे
बॉम्बे आ गया.
उसके बाद मैं शो पकड़ा और उस पर मुझे पूरा आदत पड़ गया. वो 5-star होटल का था, फ्लाइट का टिकट था. And so I started flying. I started, it was a different life. But the shows were not doing well. Calcutta, it was a great show. Sachit Ray came. We got very close. His son became very close to me, Sandeep Ray. Ritiman Chatterjee, the actor, he used to come to our shows. They were in love with one of the girls, used to take photographs. So we were a gang. And suddenly I was with them, Ritiman and Sandeep Ray and all that. And
in short, like I just want to know that आप जब इंडस्ट्री में आए तो आपको बिल्कुल भी like struggle नहीं करना पड़ा, effort नहीं करना पड़ा.
There was nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
I just went through,
smoothly.
And I got into the right group, right thing.
Right.
And the right people.
Place at right time.
I had written an article on Ray, so Ray liked it, so I became very close to that family, his wife, everybody.
Okay.
And then I came for the interview at FTI, but I missed it. So I could not get into the FTI.
Okay.
So I said, if I go to Bangalore now, then I will never be able to come back. So I went straight to, I stayed back in Bangalore, in Bombay.
Okay.
Then Satyu took me. Look at the turning.
Sure.
Then Satyu took me and said, see, Garma will take time to start. So you come and join Doordarshan.
अच्छा.
Naya Doordarshan khula tha. I joined them on May 72.
Okay.
I must have been about 21.
Achha.
I joined them in 72, and actually Doordarshan telecasts happened in October 72.
Okay.
I joined there. Satyu took me there and introduced me to P.V. Krishnamurthy. Satyu was appointed by the Government of India as an ad hoc art director.
Okay.
So I got in there, and the first play recording had to take place. That was Adi Marzban, who was a very, very known theatre man, Parsi theatre group का. Adi Marzban का एक show होता था, आओ मेरा साथी करके. And Sattu
You are
was
talking about that era when I was not even born.
72 की बात कर रहा हूँ. 72 की बात कर रहा हूँ. And वो अक्टूबर के पहले और वो प्ले रिकॉर्डिंग, फर्स्ट रिकॉर्डिंग इन बॉम्बे दूरदर्शन.
अच्छा.
अब एक अलग ही मीडियम था.
हाँ.
ब्यूटीफुल स्टूडियो, एसी स्टूडियो. वहाँ पे डेली रविशंकर वुड बी सिटिंग एंड प्लेइंग इन द स्टूडियो. ही बैठे बैठे कंपोज द ट्यून फॉर द दूरदर्शन का जो ट्यून है. ही एंड जाकिर वुड बी
वो वाली जो
प्लेइंग.
ट्यून थी
They just compose in the studio.
Okay.
So I used to sit down there. There used to be all these great guys, Alec Padamsee, because for them, a new medium was that after theatre, if they have to go, there's a television medium. There's no film.
larger audience.
Okay.
Faster reach.
So all this Alec Padamsee, sub Gerson, Gritson, sub, they used to do plays there. So I got very friendly with the group. So anyway, I joined them, and that's where I met my wife, Naina. She joined there. She joined in the Gujarati section there. And
She was as
she was production assistant, and she was also doing she was doing ROE करके एक music program होता था, very
I know.
popular. She was handling that, and she was handling Shami Ghazal.
Oh.
Both the very popular programs.
shows.
So
Very
she was handling that, and she was also handling children's
Section.
show called Gujarati ka Santa Kukudi karke, and she was also
Santa
an actress.
Kukudi also was very famous.
She was doing that's her show,
Acha,
and she was also an actress. She was doing a very big serial there.
Okay.
So anyway, I met her there,
Okay.
and from 72, that's our journey started with each other. And anyway, so I got into Doordarshan. I was there till 9 years, and I was the guy in Doordarshan. I was the youngest designer there.
Okay.
And no, then the first play to take place, and Satya was supposed to design it. He didn't turn up. He's called up P.V. Krishnamurthy, who was the director, then became the director general of Doordarshan.
Okay.
That take Bijon, he'll do it.
Achha.
So he called me and said, in Bengali, he said, you do it. I said, sir, I've never designed a play.
Independently, first time.
He said, Sattu ne bola pata tum kar lo.
What was your age?
I was 2021 hoga. So I said,
very early. Yeah.
So I said, so I went to Adi Marzban. I said, sir, can I see some Parsi houses? He said, go to my house. He told me, Sabira Merchant, Gitchen, inka yahan chale jao sab. So I went and started looking at the house, how the houses are. Then I started sitting in the library and reading books on television.
Okay.
How 4 cameras are used, that you don't cross the line of action, you don't cross. How do put a set according to the light grids, sound, because everything is light grids के ऊपर depend करता है, वो backlight, key light. तो मैं पूरा किताब पढ़ लिया, and I understood the
dynamics
क्या
of
होता है
this
television production. Then I put up the set. The set became highlight, and I became a designer.
What was that show's name?
Aao Mere Saathi. Okay. But I became a designer. They appointed me as the designer of Bombay Tour. Suddenly I had a chamber, I had a room, I had a great job. I was independent. So, वो टीवी का जर्नी शुरू हुआ. उस टाइम पे मेरा बहुत अच्छा दोस्त था जलाल आगा. Okay. He was my very good friend.
I loved his performance.
So he used to do Amul Butter ka ads वगैरह.
Yes.
So he told me तू मेरा ads design कर. So I remember we were doing on ad जो hijack plane का वो बच्चा जाता है पायलट को बोलता है कि ये बटर होता है, ये हाईजैकिंग इस तरह का था. तो मुझे एक डकोटा को एवरो करना था, तो मैंने कर दिया. एंड ओवरनाइट द एजेंसीज में उनके बात चल गया, एक लड़का है डिजाइनिंग, भरत दबलकर was designing the hoardings of Amul butter. वो जो अमूल का.
Utterly.
So I got into designing the hoardings for them.
Okay.
So I should do the hoardings, but they should give me the design, and I would make the big layout for them, and they would shoot it and use it for things. So I was with the Dikunas Wood agency for a long time doing the Amul butter. So I got into advertising.
तो फिजिकली अभी जो मतलब आजकल की डेट में क्या होता है था, जो सारे बच्चे जो होते हैं वो प्रोफेशनल डिजिटल सारा सब कुछ डिजाइनिंग करते हैं,
नहीं
ad designing.
हाँ, वो
This you did physically
वो
पूरा
क्या होता है
poster.
भरत राव would design that thing and then I would make a life size
like whole
thing,
grid of
and
them.
they would take stills of it and then use it for publicity all that, and then they would give it to the hoarding guys to paint it.
Paint it.
Okay. So I got into there, and so I was happy. I was making money here, then all that, and I had a girlfriend, Naina, and I was also very popular with other girls. Always, some girl would get khana for me, someone would do this, someone would do that. I had no money to go to Taj, but they would take me to Taj for nightclubs. So I was very well looked after by all of them. So
how many girlfriends you had?
I had lots of friends. Manju Mittal was my TV.
I just want to know the number.
नहीं नंबर कुछ नहीं होता, but I was very very familiar with girls. I was मुझे कुछ किसी नहीं किसी बात में नहीं था. I would go openly tell what I want to tell and all that. They somewhere would not mind it.
Blunt.
But anyway, I was very happy, and I always preferred girls to boys. I somewhere I don't know, even now I prefer their company more to the boys' company. Anyway, so that's how I got into it. And then you started Garamava, so I went. There are a lot of films which you'll be shocked. I did that time where my name is not there.
Okay.
Well, I was working
ad films you're talking
about.
No,
feature films.
That time?
Yeah, I was getting work. I was getting work, all Sham Managal ka, inke sab I should do. Okay. But there were a lot of feature films I got. I did the first big, Prakash Mehra ka pehle film, but a big film after Janjeer I did, called Himalaya Se Ucha.
Okay.
Prakash Mehra was a big director after Janjeer. तो उसका second उसका film था हिमालय से ऊंचा, जिसपे Dutt Saab and Malika and all were there, and the director was Thapa. So Dutt Saab took over, so I went with him to Kashmir, Glacier and all that. Plane accident का था, plane accident का set लगाया. So it became a talking point that there's a young boy who's come to Bombay in industry. और plane का set लगाया, कमल का crash, he's a things differently. अंग्रेजी में बात करता है. Art directors that time were थैला लटक के घूमते थे. They were basically carpenters who became art directors. उनको कोई सुनता नहीं था. It's like writers also were at the same time. Then Javed Saab came, Salim, and they made writers go up. So I somewhere became instrumental in getting the art directors into a different
higher
zone.
different level.
Okay. So then I was doing this. So I could not give my name because I was a central government employee. So
you were working with Doordarshan.
And I was doing films.
And you had your place and you were doing these films?
So I could not give my name in the screen because I was
government
working for the
employee.
government. तो मैंने कहा ठीक है यार किसी को दे दो, I will do the films. That's how I got into
film set designing.
Then Masoom came.
Okay.
So Masoom, I was doing Jalal ka film था, गूंज ये सब था film, जलवा वगैरह, पंकज परशर का. Okay. So I was
sorry to this thing interrupt you.
Yeah.
आपने बताया कि आप FTI भी गए थे.
FTI went for teaching there.
अच्छा.
I was FTI दूरदर्शन के लिए they used to send us there.
सीखने नहीं गए थे?
नहीं. I went there because we had a दूरदर्शन का training course over there.
अच्छा.
For Doordarshan employees.
Okay.
So they didn't have a designer.
Okay.
So I was there ad hoc, so I should design the sets for the Doordarshan people and the FTI people. That time they didn't have an art direction course there.
Okay.
But I was not a student of FTI.
Okay. Never you were a student.
Never student.
So you had gone to teach there.
But I was very close to the FTI. I knew all of them. I should go there regularly. I should take classes. I should put up sets for them for people. So then तो मेरा यहाँ का जर्नी शुरू हो गया फिल्म का. Then Masoom came. When Masoom came, Shekhar was very close to us, and Shabana, they were very beautiful. And Shabana was the one again who told Shekhar, take Bijon. He said, I don't need Bijon because मेरा सब ready-made घर है, सब कुछ वहीं पे दिल्ली में. I don't need. So she said, you will need, take him. So that's how I got into the thing. And I remember the first time when we were traveling with Rajdhani to go to Delhi, that's the first time I met Satish Kaushik.
Okay.
और नया दिल्ली से बॉम्बे आया था और उस स्टेशन में भाग के आया. And he said, he just threw his bag and said, मैं आ रहा हूँ.
अच्छा.
So Shekhar said, "You can't. I have a full unit. I can't take you."
हाँ.
He said, "नहीं, मैं आ रहा हूँ. कुछ भी हो जाए मैं आ रहा हूँ.
हाँ.
मैं कुछ भी कर लूँगा. मैं आ रहा हूँ." तो मैंने शेखर, and I knew Shekhar very well. I told Shekhar, आने तो उसको फायदा ही होगा.
हाँ.
So that's how we became very close.
Satish ji and
me.
you. हाँ.
Satish was that time the fourth assistant to Shekhar.
Okay.
His chief assistant was Guru Dutt's son, Arun Dutt.
Okay.
And by the time the film got over, Satish had already taken over Arun Dutt's place.
Okay.
Okay. He had become very close to Javed Akhtar.
अच्छा.
And then Joshile was being planned,
Okay.
the Javed Akhtar big film. Satish became the chief assistant to Shekhar Kapoor.
Okay.
So everything, how things
universe
move,
plays,
how,
that kind.
तो कहाँ train से, and then because of his humor and because of his talent, he just went crossing over. And we both became very close friends.
Okay.
Satish and me.
Okay.
So, acha, while we were in, this is a very important thing. While I was in Calcutta doing the flamenco shows, we lost out. We couldn't pay money to the hotel people.
Okay.
Park Hotel.
Okay.
So we said, okay. So I came to Delhi because we were supposed to come to Delhi and have our shows in Delhi at the Chelmsford Club in Delhi. तो मैं दिल्ली आ गया और मुझे वो फिदा करके था, the man who got us into the thing. I did not know his actual name, Fida. We used to call him Fida Ibrahim. तो मैं आया होटल में and I told them, and I had nothing with me, and I told this guy, "Do you know Fida?" He said, "Fida kaun?" I said, "He's thin." The only thing that I remember was that he used to wear Aramis perfume. That time perfume, itna kuch tha. So that smell was very strong for me. I said,
Armani?
Aramis.
Okay.
I said, he wears Aramis perfume.
Okay.
So they really said, okay, that you're talking Fida Ibrahim. He is a very guy who wears a very perfume.
Okay.
Aap baithiye. So morning till night I was sitting in the hotel lobby. Then I saw Fida. And then Fida and I went to the room. He said to share with me. And Fida, the reason they were to come Delhi and Calcutta, already they had filed a case कि पैसा आपको देना पड़ेगा. So he said, I'll go to Calcutta, clear them, and they'll come here. You go to Bombay. So next day he took me to the station. Even he gave me money in the hand and said, आप ट्रेन पकड़ के बॉम्बे चले जाओ. So I stayed in the hotel. I did not know 12 to 12 checkout का ये सब मुझे पता नहीं था. तो मैं रूम में था, खाना खाया, ये क्या and all that. Then Sunday I realized that the bill had gone up and I didn't have the money to pay.
Okay.
Yet cleared up my money, but today one day I stayed. So I just left whatever clothes, little bag में था, कपड़ा से bag छोड़ के I went away straight to Convert Circus. वहाँ पे Trade Wings, I knew that Trade Wings were looking after travel.
Okay.
I went to Trade Wings office and I said, please call up Khaitan in Calcutta.
Okay.
And I said, I want a ticket, I'm stuck here. So they gave me a ticket, I went straight to the airport और मैं Calcutta आ गया.
Left the room and luggage everything there only.
Calcutta आ गया. लगे मतलब इतना छोटा सा बैग में. Calcutta आ गया मैं. So then I broke the news. I said, I don't think Fida is going to come back. I think we are all jacked.
Okay.
I was liking a Spanish girl. वो मुझे खींच के लेके गया स्पेन में.
Okay,
I mean Calcutta में. So next day morning we had the people coming and banging a room. कोर्ट से लोग आ गए हम लोग को अरेस्ट करने के लिए.
Because you did not pay that hotel room.
No.
Okay.
एक कैलकाटा का जो ट्रूप का पैसा शोज का था. तो I remember the headlines in Calcutta was 2 Indians and 14 foreigners arrested.
Okay.
अब वो हंगामा हो गया कैलकाटा में. My relatives, all of them started blasting my mother. क्या कर क्या रहो? He lost his father. It doesn't mean he has to go haywire. वो क्या कर रहा है कैलकाटा में? Arrested हो गया. देखो क्या फोटोग्राफ के साथ वो with this 14.
Your picture was taken.
Yeah, Calcutta होता है because 14 foreigners and 2 Indians. So we were in the court. We were not arrested, but वो लोग लिखा था सब headlines सब Calcutta पे. So we were in Calcutta anyway. फिर I found the best people in Calcutta. We had people who were offering us to stay because they said we can't stay in a 5-star hotel without doing shows. So we had people offering us thing. So Satyajit Ray, son took 2 people to his house.
Okay.
General Arora He was a Bangladesh hero
Okay,
who
okay.
won the war,
हाँ,
General Arora.
अच्छा.
His son was our very good friend.
Okay.
He was from Metal Box.
हाँ,
So he came and he stood in the court. He stood guarantee for me and Anil, the
Bailed
two
out.
of us, and he took us to the Eastern Command, the army headquarters.
Oh,
So we were staying in General Arora's house. So we had the best of the house, and like that, Khaitan karke tha, businessman. He took few people, and we all left. Eventually, then the government of India and Spain. Anyway, everything got clarified, and we all came to Bombay.
okay.
So that was one journey of
Episode
mine.
full,
I came to Bombay.
हाँ. So this troupe, when this whole episode got over,
Yeah.
then later on you joined this government of like this
Doordarshan.
Doordarshan
Doordarshan. Yeah, yeah.
as a professional.
Yeah. Then I came back. I
art
didn't go back
director.
to Bangalore. I came back.
हाँ.
So what had happened was that I grew up. Mentally, I grew up because suddenly you go in a courtroom, you're in
Yeah,
this thing,
you've seen
that
the
thing.
different side of
So
the
I saw all that press and all that, just about 20, 21 and all that. So that was a huge learning curve for me.
Yeah.
And the other learning curve was when I was in Bangalore and studying and I was doing theatre, I'd failed, so I wanted to make money. So I joined a hotel.
Okay.
Hotel Bangalore International करके था Bangalore में, first time hotel. I joined them as a receptionist. Now I was 17.
This what is 17?
I was 17.
Okay.
So when I went there, I remember the hotel owners asked me, he said, you can't be taken because you're not even
Underage.
18.
Yeah.
So I said, sir, they said, but you're a smart guy. So you come, don't tell your age, I'll put you in.
हाँ.
And he put me in reception.
Okay.
So I used to work in the night shift.
हाँ.
I learned everything what is there. Okay. Because that hotel had, cabaret. So that cabaret girl became my friend. How to pilferage alcohol. Bar में कैसा वो drinks कैसा बनाते हैं. And so many funny things. How customer रात का all this Mahmood, Mukri, Gikri सब race course they stay there. रात को ये लोग suddenly phone करते हैं यार drink चाहिए बार बंद है. हम लोग अपना बाहर से bottle आके रख देते हैं reception में. सर बाहर से लाके देते हैं paying. We used to charge them. फिर cigarette खरीद के रखते थे cigarette चाहिए तो cigarette देते थे हम लोग अपना So
you have been very, very naughty
no
child
that's what I'm
and a
saying.
person.
You learned all this. You learned all that.
Tactics.
और you learn कैसा क्या होता है. You learn कि यार वो foreigners सुबह जा रहा भागने जा रहा ऐसे how do you pay? We say foreign currency में. So what are the rates? तो हम rates कुछ और बताते थे उनको dollars का. So they would say what nonsense. अब वो flight पकड़ना है तो दे देता था. So we used to do all that. So I said I grew up very fast over there.
Yeah. With the life experiences.
होटल में कुछ सिखा दिया था मुझे पूरा कुछ. So anyway, I worked there for 6 months. I left the job, and I remember my brother telling me, "What nonsense! You're working in a hotel. I can't even go to the hotel." My friends tell me that you are in the reception. So I said, "You don't come. You don't talk to me. I'll call you sir. I'm not leaving the job just because you see me there. Nobody knows that you're my brother." So I was like that.
Yes, yeah.
So I was like a rebel.
Yes.
So, and we are best of the friends, my brother and me. He was 10 years older than me.
Acha.
So anyway, so that was one journey from there, then Bombay, getting into thing, and then Masoom came. Masoom became the turning point. And everybody started saying, this is how commercial film should look like, because we made it so differently. And Shekhar and me became the greatest working partnership we had. And immediately, Rahul Ravel gave me a film. Ramesh Seppi. I started getting the best of the film offers. And I never had to look back. I had the best of the films that I was handling.
Your film journey, it sounds very exciting, very funny.
Yeah.
And you are, as it is very naughty, so you have had a good strata of all the actions, whatever happens in life. आपके जीवन में कभी ऐसा कोई लम्हा रहा है जब उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम में कि कभी डिप हुआ हो, कभी ऐसा लो फेज हुआ हो कि जो आत्म मंथन होता है
लो फेज तो आता
अंदर से
है,
रियलाइजेशन
लो फेज आता रहता है बिकॉज
मैं उस इनिशियल उसकी
नहीं,
बात
नहीं।
कर रही हूँ, मैं अभी की नहीं बात कर रही हूँ.
नहीं, नो फेस तो आता रहता था बिकॉज आई हैड डिसाइडेड दैट आई वुड लीव दूरदर्शन द डे आई गेट मैरिड टू नायना.
अच्छा.
I didn't want to work there.
अच्छा.
She was getting pressurized from home to get married. और
हाँ, मैं
गुजराती
वही पॉइंट पे आने वाली थी कि
और गुजरातीज का ये होता है कि फॉरेन में उस टाइम में लंदन में डॉक्टर इनका डॉक्टर और शी वुड कीप रिफ्यूजिंग इट.
हाँ हाँ
And she was on Pedder Road and she had a big house there.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
So finally one day the grandmother said, "भाई ये लड़का बहुत अच्छा है. I have to give an answer. क्यों नहीं करना चाहते?" So she has an uncle who's in advertising. So he came down from Ahmedabad to meet me.
Okay.
But I was very sure. I said, I can't get married now. I don't even have a house. I'm staying as PG in Walli. So till I have a house, I don't want to get married. And till I have a job, I don't want to work with her when we are together in the. So he said, how can you do that? Because, I have to give answer to her mother. I said, tell her, but if she can't wait, then she can get married. I told her that she can get married. But if she wants to get married to me, then we have to somehow find a way. So I was very sure of what I wanted in my life. And then eventually we went and they said, okay, ghar mein, we'll do the engagement. My brother came and they wanted my mother, parents to come. I said, no, my mother will not come here, my brother, because they have met Naina, they know her. They have never asked me, unka family kya karta hai, wo karta hai. You want to know her family, you go to Bangalore and find out. So they went to Bangalore to find out. I said, no, they will not come here. So I was very this thing. And their brother went to Bangalore to find out about our family. And then they decided, chalo, we have to get. I was very sure that I will not take any money, nothing from them.
Dowry, no dowry.
Nothing. I said, nothing. Dowry to baat hi nahi hota. I said, even, I said, you don't have to give me anything, just give me one gold band as a ring.
Yeah.
That's it. And whatever cash we get, we'll make it split, half कर लेंगे. Your reception का पैसा उस पे सब निकाल दीजिए. I don't want you to spend. And we told all our friends, give us cash. They all gave cash to us. And
आपकी शादी पे मैं आने वाली थी. मुझे एक क्वेश्चन ये था, क्योंकि क्या हो जाता है लाइफ में हमेशा everything is not rosy, very beautiful, everything is not smooth. हमारे जीवन की जर्नी में थोड़ा सा ऊपर नीचे होता रहता है. फिर भी आप उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम को किस तरीके से लेते हो, उसके लिए आप कैसे बिहेव करते हो, आपका माइंडसेट कैसा है, आपकी स्टेबिलिटी कैसी है?
I tell you,
आपका हाँ.
I was working दूरदर्शन मेरा I used to get 156 rupees for 14 days.
Okay.
What is 156 rupees? वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट था, एक दिन ब्रेक होना पड़ता था, डोंट. तो 156 करके आपको प्रोडक्शन असिस्टेंट करके मुझे मिलता था पैसा. दीप पंजाब होटल था एक, जहाँ पे हम लोग सब खाना खाते थे, ऑपोजिट रैमनॉट लैब. तो वी शुड स्पेंड मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम रैमनॉट वाचिंग मूवीज एट टाइम. रात को चले गए वहाँ पे, थिएटर बैठ के फिल्म देखते थे वहाँ पे. एंड सत्यू का भी काम एडिटिंग वगैरह वहीं होता था. और दीप पंजाब में हम पैसा होता तो बियर पीते थे, और जैसे पैसा नहीं होता था तो सरदार से, आज इनके पास पैसा नहीं है, इनको सिर्फ वो रोटी और दाल दे दो. इट्स बी लाइक दैट. ओके. और कभी वो भी नहीं होता था तो आई वुड बाई 2-3 केला एंड गो टू गीता थिएटर इन द नाइट एंड वॉच अ मूवी. वो केला खाता था, वो भी सामने का रो में बैठ के. So I have gone through that phase where, but I have never had a phase where I was broke. आज पैसा नहीं है, कल मुझे एड फिल्म आता था,
कुछ ना कुछ मिल
जाता था. Something other. Jalal used to be like an angel for me. Suddenly he would call us, Bijon come, there's a work happening, and suddenly I would have a lot of money.
आपका जो अप्रोच था, मैं उस पे ही आ रही हूँ कि एक ये आपने जो बताया कि ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ कि आपके पास में काम नहीं था, काम मिला, इवन द लो फेज वाज देयर. तो आई वांट टू हाईलाइट दैट पर्टिकुलर थॉट एंड द पर्सोना यू आर, कि यू आर ऑलवेज लाफिंग, यू ऑलवेज मेक एटमोसफियर वेरी लाइट. आप सबको एकदम हंसाते हो और एकदम अच्छा फील करवाते हो. पर अगर सिचुएशन कभी भी ऐसी डिफ़िकल्ट सिचुएशन आती है लाइफ में, जैसे आप यंग थे और आपको ये 3 केला आपने खाया, तो आपका अप्रोच जो था टुवर्ड्स लाइफ वो कैसा था? उस पर्टिकुलर चीज़ को मैं थोड़ा सा
I have always felt
thought process.
Yeah, I've always felt that ऐसे नहीं कि work is to come like that. You needed also to go and pick up work.
Yes.
So if I knew there's a film going on, then I would be after them. Okay. And Also, what makes a difference is how you are as a person. Now, I would speak English, I would be seen in parties and all that. So they treat you differently because they feel कि यार ये भी उसी party circuit में घूमता रहता है, he knows everybody. So they treat you differently than how they would treat another guy who doesn't come like that. Okay, so I was always treated that way. Then
Very cordial and
there was
very warm nature.
Shabana, Baba. So a lot of films that Baba was doing, I was doing with him. Bapu Saab became our favorite director. Hum Panch, se leke Bezuban, and all this film, Pyari Behna and all that. And I learned a lot from Bapu Saab. Same thing, Baba. So Baba and me used to do a lot of work together. And then also what happens is, because of the work you did, like Saroj Khan and me, we became a very good team. So she would tell someone a place कि वो ऑर्डर कोई और है बट इसको बिजॉन को गाना करवा दो. I'll get permission. Baba को photography करवा दो. So that's why I remember Hum and all these songs. I have not been a part of the film, but I've done the song for them. So there's always people who are watching it. Here, this guy, there's a choreographer fights for him. Usko leke aao, Sailab and all that. So I have done all that. There are a lot of films जिसमें मेरा नाम ही नहीं है. Like because I was in, the association was creating problem for me because I was doing so many films that they were trying to act. They made a law that you could only do that many films. So now what do? I have, they made a huge thing. So Sudhandu Roy and me, so we both decided, we had the maximum films, Sudhandu Roy and me. So we decided, okay, we'll give it to Aston's name पे film देते. तो मैं अपने असिस्टेंट्स के नाम पे फिल्म देने लगा. उनके नाम पे फिल्म. सुंदर आई वुड गिव फिल्म्स ऑन वर्मान गिरमन, उनका असिस्टेंट्स है, उनके नाम पे.
ऐसी कोई फिल्म्स हैं जो लोगों को पता नहीं है और आपने की है?
Lot of films. There was Ghatak, there are a lot of films that I've done, which because of the association ka problem, I could not take it up. So I gave it to my assistant's name, film, and I did the film. But people know कि ये आप कर रहे हो काम. But my honest feeling is, if you are well behaved, this is what I want to tell people. Even if you're not very talented, it's for actors, for everybody. If you're well behaved and this thing, then people give you work. They prefer a guy who is well behaved than have a guy who's arrogant.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so they listen to you.
Yes.
Okay. So I have always been someone who's been very friendly. I've never tried to chanchagiri or anything. Yes. But I would joke with them, laugh with them. But I was never arrogant about anything. And that helped me a lot. Sometimes it's happened that मेरे पास काम नहीं था. I remember sitting at home. मेरे पास, I had by then left Doordarshan, everything. I was independent. And there was absolutely no work. And then I would tell, okay, I should get 3 films within this month.
That was your manifestation? Okay.
I would write messages to everyone I knew. Every director I knew. Subhash Ghai se leke everybody. So they would say, Dada, abhi to mere paas nahi hai. Subhash ji, come over. Khalnayak I did. That film I did. So I would get that 3 films. Kaise bhi karke I would get. And then I'm okay. Okay, now I'll tell you, like, मैंने घर ले लिया, मुझे इंस्टॉलमेंट देना पैसा नहीं है, भाई फिल्म पकड़ो. ऐसे फिल्म पकड़ता था मैं कैसे भी करके. I used to do a lot of ad films. सबको ad films किया. And then that money would go to installment. So I manipulated the money also properly. I never. And
sorry.
Yeah, and also the most important thing is, how honest are you?
Yeah.
Now in this profession, temptation is a lot there.
Yes.
In my department, art direction, there's so much of money that people offer you, contact lene ke liye. If you don't do all that, and if you're very strict about this thing, you will last long because people will respect you कि ये पैसा नहीं खाता है. That's a very important thing, that ये पैसा नहीं खाता है. So you can then मुंह पे गाली देके बात कर सकते हो.
Because you are a real person.
Okay.
You are
तो मैं
loyal.
बोनी कपूर इनके यहाँ सब जगह पे इतने बड़े बड़े फिल्म करते थे. But I was always so close with Anil all of them because they know that he doesn't take that sort of money. He could have made so much more money.
Yeah.
I had never done that. So I think it's very important. I tell everyone that if you honestly do your work and honestly make your money, you will not have to regret anything in life.
Right.
And you can be very forthrightly, you can speak what you want to speak without having to cover up. कैसे मैं बात करूं? Okay. So I think that's a very important.
Clear conscious.
Clear conscious होना बहुत जरूरी है. And talent is a second thing. You might have very good talent, but if you're arrogant and this thing, you don't last.
It doesn't work.
You had question of Abhijit hai, singer देख लो. He's a very good singer, but he's not there because of his arrogance.
Everybody knows that.
Correct?
Everybody knows
Kumar
that.
Sanu was there, another very good singer. With all my friends, but his thing took him away. Now he's learned and he's come back.
Yeah.
See how much work he's getting now on all reality shows. So everything is
Being humble, being warm, being cordial,
is very
being
important.
producer's person or being like
You know,
being a team.
अभी क्या होता है
Basically
जैसा
teamwork.
एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो होता है ना कि आजकल तो सब कुछ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. मैंने तो कभी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लाइफ में आई हैव नेवर गॉन टू द एसोसिएशन. बहुत लोग मुझे पैसा ऑफ. फिरोज खान इज टू ओ मी मनी, बोनी कपूर इज टू ओ मी मनी. बट मुझे पता था कि यार जब इनके पास पैसा होगा दे देगा. अभी इनका फिल्में ऐसी हालत है कि वो नहीं दे पाएगा. तो व्हाट एम आई आस्किंग हिम फॉर? नाउ इफ आई गो टू एसोसिएशन फाइट आई गेट द मनी, बट आई विल नेवर गेट द फिल्म बैक. So it's very important. Do you want films or do you want to fight for your money? Money becomes very secondary for me.
Because you love your art and your creation.
So,
and your,
as long as you have work,
yeah.
you should have work with you. You should not be idle. You should have enough work with you that you're seen
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yes.
And if that happens, everything is fine for you.
Right.
So I believe in that.
Yeah. Yeah. So what age you got married?
I think I was. Naina will kill me. I think 27, 28, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. We got married in 79.
Okay.
I got married in 79. And also, we had no home.
Yeah. You were there. We were there.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
14, I think we changed 14 houses.
When you got married.
Yeah.
क्योंकि
I
आपने वो
hats off to my wife. I was so busy doing films. I was all the time doing outdoor में चला जाता था here there. She would do everything, shifting. और 10 महीने में घर में पार्टी होता था रेगुलरली. तो they would say leave the house. फिर निकल जाओ वहाँ से. ये सुधीर पांडे ये सब आता था मेरे में और रात भर पीते थे. तो amount of houses we changed. So constantly we would end up in Shabana's house. Baba would come and take us there. Then we stayed in Shabana's house for 2 years.
Oh.
And she said, no, you're not shifting anymore. She had bought a new house. अभी जहाँ पे जावेद साहब शबाना दे stay. तो उसमें Baba, his girlfriend then he married her. Me and Naina, we were looking out the house. And we stayed there for 3 years, 2 years. And our house was being interior चल रहा था and all that.
So you had bought your house.
Yeah, I bought a house.
Achha.
And then I brought a lot of properties. I've lost also a lot of properties, but I brought. But I think everything works out.
Yeah.
If you're too smart enough, it can work out. You don't need to play games over here.
I was going to come there. कि जो हमारी ज़िंदगी में जो जिद्दोजहद होती है, जो तकलीफ़ होती है, जहाँ पर चैलेंजेस हमको थ्रो की जाती है हमारे ऊपर, हमारी लाइफ में, जब हम उस राह से गुजरते हैं, तो उस समय जो हमारा माइंड सेट है, हमारा जो एटीट्यूड है, हमारा जो अप्रोच है, वो कैसा है, उस पर निर्भर करता है हमारी ज़िंदगी कैसी होगी.
Absolutely.
तो जैसे आपने बताया अभी कि नैना was there changing 11 houses.
Everything.
Untired, like बिल्कुल थकी भी कर
She did. She's a Gujarati girl.
Yeah.
I'm a Bengali. She's a vegetarian. I'm a non-vegetarian.
Non-vegetarian.
But she did everything for me.
Yes.
And
She's very warm,
and,
very loving.
And she never asked me. Normally क्या होता है मुझे diamond चाहिए. She was मुझे चाहिए नहीं. She was never. both our daughters are like that.
Yeah.
Now today, both my daughters are doing so well.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're doing very well. Naina also had a great job in Doordarshan, then she
Yes.
took it.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's been a great partner with me, and has total trust in me, like I am. So it has been a very happily married life.
Yes, yes.
And
कितने साल हो गए आपकी शादी को?
79 से
23 we are.
no more 79
नहीं,
89
we are right now
99
in
yeah
23 I said.
79 89 99 40 years से कुछ होगा.
हाँ.
And yeah, 40 though definitely, because my elder daughter is now 33 34. So and
आजकल की डेट
my
में
friendship with Baba has lasted
हाँ.
over. It's lasted a lot. Though we fight a lot when you're working. There was a time when Baba was also very attitude never bad.
Yeah.
And so I remember there was some work we were doing Roop Ki Rani ke liye, I think. And he would say, "Mujhe यही color चाहिए." I would say, "नहीं." Mr. Federer said.
That is creative
So
fight.
no. But then it came to a point that we were not working.
Together.
Yeah.
अच्छा.
So Shabana asked me one day, why are you not working? So I told Shabana that, Shabana, I would rather have the friendship
हाँ.
than work.
Professional difference.
A professional difference है. I'm also known in my field. He's known. हम दोनों को clash होता रहता है. इससे अच्छा कि I don't work with him, so that our friendship remains intact. But एक काम से friendship टूटने वाला है. Okay, so that was our attitude, and anyway, eventually everything worked out well. But it's been a great journey.
Yeah.
My only thing was that I should have directed a film long time back, but जिसके लिए मैं आया था बॉम्बे में, I should have directed a film years back. मेरी recording था.
हाँ.
जावेद साहब ने गाना लिखा था, आनंद बिंदर recorded the had composed it. रिम झिम बहुत अच्छा गाना था
वो तो उसमें 1942 वो लव स्टोरी में था.
नहीं तो वहाँ दे दिया वो गाना, नहीं ऐसे कुछ चेंज करके.
ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग.
तो वो गाना जावेद साहब ने लिखा मेरे लिए, एंड आई वाज डूइंग इट फॉर ए गाय फ्रॉम एफटीआई.
ओके.
तो क्या करते हैं लोग जो होते हैं ना, फिल्म बनाते हैं, ये कास्टिंग काउच में बहुत बिलीव करते हैं. सो वो रोल के लिए दे वुड ब्रिंग एनी गर्ल एंड से, दादा इसको ले लो, यू नो,
पिटी गेम्स.
ओके, एंड दे वुड टेल मी, दादा जो चाहिए. तो वन डे देयर वाज अ पार्टी और मेरा रिकॉर्डिंग था 2 दिन में, एंड लता जी इज कमिंग टू सिंग लाइव. रिकॉर्डिंग था मेरा एंड महबूब में फॉर दिस फिल्म व्हिच आई वाज गोइंग टू डायरेक्ट.
ओके.
एंड उस दिन पार्टी था उसी के लिए. And there was this girl, and then he said, "Dada, isko aap promise kar do." And I said, "Why?" I said, "No, I don't want to." Then I knew that they were. I decided at very moment कि मुझे film नहीं करना है. So I called up Javed साहब. There was no cell phone landline पे कि ऐसा मुझे बहुत ये लग रहा है, बिल्कुल छोड़ दीजिए, कुछ नहीं होगा. ऐसा वो स्टूडियो बुक हो चुका है, कुछ नहीं, मैं बस बोल दूंगा उनको. I called up आनंद मिलन. आनंद ऐसा प्रॉब्लम है. He said, "Dada, don't worry. You're uncomfortable, leave the film." Then I called up. I said, "लता जी कैसे करें?" वो तो हम समझा देंगे लता जी को. तो जावेद साहब said, छोड़ दो, पहले छोड़ दो. They were against my doing this film. So I said, ठीक है. Then I told them I'm not doing this film. And I didn't do it. I said, recording cancel हो गया. I didn't do it. And ऐसा करके there were many times announcement होता था पेपर पे, and then because I was so busy as an art director नहीं कर पाता था. तो I remember in a party I was sitting नरेश गोयल के घर पे, पार्टी था, तो रमेश सिप्पी was there. तो रमेश सिप्पी said, क्या हो रहा है? I said, I heard you're doing a film, drop कर दिया फिर. He said, "No, I'll tell you the truth. When you did Saga with me, I did Saga for them."
Okay.
He said, "I told my assistants, Robin, all that, कि तुम लोग इतने साल से मेरे साथ हो, ये निकल जाएगा as a director. Because you'd ask question all the time. ये ऐसा क्यों कैसा ले रहे हो एंगल, किस एंगल से ले रहे हो, ये लोग पूछते नहीं है. तो आई शुड टेल माय स्टोरी. बट द रीजन व्हाई यू हैव नॉट बिकम इज सिंपल. आप यू गॉट कंफर्टेबल इन द सक्सेस ऑफ एज अ प्रोडक्शन डिजाइनर. आप पार्टीज में जाते हो, यू आर स्प्रेड देयर, आप उसका हैंगओवर में हो आप. तो आपको डर लगता है कि मैं डायरेक्शन पकड़ूंगा, ये सब मुझे छोड़ना पड़ेगा, दुकान मेरा बंद हो जाएगा.
दिस इज अ न्यू लेवल ऑफ स्ट्रगल, डिफरेंट फाइट.
एंड आपको ये दुकान बंद करना पड़ेगा. एंड यू आर सो राइट. बाबा एंड मी बोथ ऑफ अस, बिकॉज बाबा इज डूइंग सो वेल एज अ कैमरामैन, तो उसको भी लगता था कि मैं डायरेक्शन करूं तो मुझे फोटोग्राफी छोड़ना पड़ेगा. You start a new life altogether. तो and then I would get so much of work. तो ऐसे यार थोड़ा डिले करते रहे, फिल्म खत्म करके शुरू करते. You know, so now अब जाके मुझे eventually लगता है कि अब मैं फिल्म करने वाला हूँ. I have doesn't matter with label, I won't direct my film. तो मोहन wants to make it. Okay, and मोहन wants to make it. I'm just looking for the writer to write for me. So, but you should also be mentally prepared.
There is this lesson which you have to speak for yourself.
Yeah.
In this point, I want you to say.
Say what?
That आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रही थी,
बहुत मिल रहा था.
एक पर्टिकुलर रीजन की वजह से, प्रिंसिपल्स की वजह से आपने उस पर्टिकुलर चीज को
नहीं किया. बाकी भी ऐसे होता था कि
फिर आप अपने कंफर्ट जोन में थे.
कंफर्ट जोन क्या, उसका लगता डर, आपको डर लगता है कि मैं फिल्म पकड़ूं तो मुझे वो छोड़. यू नो देयर वाज अ टाइम व्हेन देयर वाज अ फिल्म दैट वाज अनाउंस्ड अगेन न्यू कमर्स. तो मुझे वीरू देवगन डांटने लगा. ये दादा आपको पता होना चाहिए कि एक टेक्नीशियन के लाइफ में एक हर कोई एक्टर हर कोई एक्टर, हर कोई टेक्नीशियन, एक कोई भी अच्छा टेक्नीशियन के लिए कुछ भी कर देता है. आप उसको छोड़ रहे हो. आप टुडे इफ यू अनाउंस आई वांट टू डायरेक्ट अ फिल्म, आपको कोई भी एक्टर कर लेगा, ओनली बिकॉज आजकल के जमाने में, आई एम टॉकिंग देन. तो आप क्या फिल्म कर रहे हो, आप एक फिल्म क्या कर रहे हो आप. Bobby told me that, Bijon, we are very good friends. Talk to Sunny Bhai and you do it. So I told him, yeah. I remember telling him that in Mabel Studio, we're shooting our own film, Hindu Irani ka. I said, यार तेरा वैन के बाहर 4 आदमी बैठे रहता है हमेशा, महेश मंजरेकर, और तू आता है, अंदर जाता है, फिर कोई जाता है, फिर बाहर बैठता है. मुझे वो नहीं करना यार, तेरे पीछे यहाँ बैठा हूँ सुबह से, कब तू मुझे हाँ करेगा, कब मैं बात करूँगा. I don't want to do all that shit, yeah, Bobby. Okay. So I knew that if I have to do what I have to do, I said, that's why I want to do a film newcomer, because मुझे वो सब नहीं करना पड़ेगा. But the thing is that मैं वहाँ clear था about. I said, yeah, I have a nice innings. Why should I go and spoil it by trying to chase an actor? और उसके वैन के बाहर बैठा रहो, या कब डेट देगा, 2 दिन देगा, 3 दिन देगा. Why would I do that? Why should I have blood pressure? Okay, so certain things are very clear. Now, say clarity bhi aata hai because of the people who are surrounding you. They advise you also properly. So that's why I always feel it's better to have the right people with you, with whom you are very friendly, who can tell you exactly क्या करना चाहिए.
What to do
today if there's any problem, I can always go to Javed Saab. He'll tell me out. I can always go to Shaban. I can always go to anybody else and find out कि भाई ये problem है. How do I solve it? Okay. A lot of people don't have that, so they make mistakes. वो support होना बहुत जरूरी. Support is not money. Support is giving the right advice.
गुरु की तरह.
Guidance सही आपको दे रहा है कि आप क्या करो, क्या नहीं करोगे. There's so many places. I have friends. There's a whole drug scene going on. If I go to a party, the moment I see that something is hanky-panky, I leave. I do not want to associate myself anywhere where this sort of things like that. I said, there was a time, I was telling Javed Saab that day, I could have done so many, I could have done films for Hanif, Sameer, Casey Bokadia, they're all offering films. But मुझे पता था कि ये कहीं अंदर वो ये सब कहीं कनेक्टेड है ये लोग, तो मत करो. ये शुरू से था मेरा कि मैं इनके फिल्म नहीं करूं. बब्बू था कि नहीं यार ऐसे इनके साथ फिल्म नहीं करना चाहिए. ओके. शादी एक गणपति टाइम पे they used to ask me to design. That time Nitin Desai was not there.
Yeah.
I was all alone. So Chembur ka Chota Rajan, all these guys. बुला उस डायरेक्टर को. तो I would say कि मैं तो कलकत्ता में हूँ, यहाँ नहीं हूँ. Never did that. I said, I don't want to get into this competition and another guy. I don't want to get into all that messy. So I've kept myself away from all that crap, and I've been very happy with the way I have conducted myself. I don't want, nobody can talk bad about me, nobody can do, and I'm happy. जितना मैं कमाता हूँ, उसमें खुश रहो. You know? Look at Nitin Desai. He had to commit suicide because why? You overspread your wings, and that wing doesn't take flight. You should know
Expectations are higher than the existence of your life. Yeah.
And look at him. He had to put up, it took such a big loan, this, that. And what happened? Couldn't even save the studio, couldn't do anything. He died, committed suicide. So that's not the way I want to see my life take shape, just because I want to make quick money.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm happy.
Yeah. Now you have your present day, today, right now. You have a thought in your mind that you want to make a film.
Yeah.
You want
I
to direct
definitely
a
want
film.
to direct a film. I've got a few very good subjects with me, which people have loved it. So now I'm free enough to make it.
Mentally centered.
Yeah,
you know
I'm centered. Only thing I want to get it written. I'm looking for the right writer. Mohan wants to make it. He said, आप कब कर रहे हो? So he said, I'll pay the money. So मैंने 2-3 राइटर से बात किया. जिस दिन में राइटर मिल जाएगा, मैंने जाके ऑलरेडी बड़ौदा में स्टूडियो भी, नॉट स्टूडियो, यूनिवर्सिटी है, वो भी देख लिया मैंने.
Okay.
पारू यूनिवर्सिटी.
Yes.
I spoke to them, everything. So I will not do it, but anyway, I'm not into so much of production designing now.
Okay.
I'm also slowly becoming creative producer. अभी जो फिल्म कर रहा हूँ उसमें creative producer हूँ. मोहन के लिए मैं creative producer हूँ.
Yes.
So I'm working with Mohan. I'm working with this other Perusulal company.
Okay.
So I have, this innings is fantastic. I've got a lot of films happening now, all over again.
Yes.
और London में हो रहा है. So I'm happy going to London, coming back. So I think the journey is good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you had a quite variety of things in your cap.
Absolutely.
The different feathers in your cap.
I think I have lived a lot of lives.
Yes,
in one life. A lot of lives, different. I have seen I've seen some very close friends passing away.
Yeah.
Arun Dutt.
Yeah.
They were all my very good friends. And when you're in Bangalore, आपको लगता है ये actors कैसे क्या होंगे? You always, and you come to Bombay and you suddenly discover that they're all your friends.
Yeah.
So when I came to Bombay, I remember I never met Rajkumar.
Okay.
So Bombay TV Center में full खुले गुलशन था.
Yes.
तो Rajkumar was there. तो मैं गया तो किसी से बोला कि राजकुमार का वो है. तो I went to the makeup room. He was doing his makeup. तो मैं खड़ा हो गया. तो I said, sir. So he thought मैं autograph ऐसा कुछ कर. He didn't recognize me, nothing. So I said, sir, we have
Obviously,
met.
what was your age
I
then?
said, sir, we met in Bangalore. Yeah. ऐसा हमरास के टाइम पे. And you had advised me. And wow. So nice. You're working here. Right place. And I was so happy.
When was this?
72, 74, 5 में होगा शायद.
अच्छा.
तो that's it. But कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि that. But I have, and also I feel it's very important to maintain your relationship with people.
Yeah.
I find people unnecessarily fight over here. किसी छोटी बात को लेके fight करते. There is no need to talk ill about anybody. That's not your thing. Gossip you don't have to do. Be happy what है ना. लोग ऐसे खाम उसके बारे में इसके बारे में ridiculous.
यूनिवर्स में सबके लिए सब कुछ अवेलेबल है. इट इज लिमिटलेस. आपका जितना है आपको उतना का पूरा भर के मिलेगा. So there is no need to fight or compete anything.
So I know that. Like I know today my daughters are doing very well, and I'm so happy that they're doing what they have to do.
Yes.
And So it's fantastic to see them. They have their own
Grow
thing.
and flourish.
You know,
Yes.
she's married. The younger one is. So I think the journey has been
Been
super.
beautiful.
Coming from Bangalore, and you know, वहाँ पे actors. Suddenly you come here and you see that you are very close to all the actors.
Yeah.
You know.
I just want to completely come to this point that आपके जीवन में आपने जो चाहा था एक फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के अंदर आना,
हाँ.
हीरो बनने की इच्छा थी, बट आप आर्ट डायरेक्शन में गए और डायरेक्शन करने की जो इच्छा थी, तो इट इज़ लाइक फुल लाइफ यू हैव लिव्ड एंड यू हैव कम टू दिस पॉइंट एट दिस एज. जो आपका जो फोकस था, जो आपकी इच्छा थी, देयर इट इज लाइक दिस इज द पॉइंट ऑफ योर लाइफ वेयर यू हैव टू स्टार्ट अगेन.
Yeah. Now I know.
And the dream of that child who was gone there to meet Rajkumar with that picture portrait what you had made, कि सर यहाँ पर आप ये प्लीज़ एक्सेप्ट कर लो, मुझे ऑटोग्राफ नहीं चाहिए. तो आप अगेन आज उस स्पेस पे हो कि आप एक छोटे से बच्चे हो और आपको फिल्म डायरेक्ट करनी है.
Absolutely.
एंड दिस इज अगेन
It's a new beginning. I don't know where I'll reach there.
Yes.
I might be a disaster and then have no work and then to come back. But I know one thing. Very clearly.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I take up direction, then I'll have to give up this thing. But अगर मेरा कुछ नहीं भी हुआ वहाँ पे, I can always come back to art direction.
Yeah, that is your inbuilt art, which is there
Though
within
I
you.
am very old, you know, today it's a very young industry.
That's not the question of that. No.
That
There is no question of old and young.
No, there it is, because now we are senior citizens. But I never treat myself as senior citizen, and I am thing. So I have.
I'll cut you on this particular thing. No. Because
but
no.
Bhai, hai.
No,
but
sir.
I am not. I don't believe in it.
I disagree with you.
Yeah, I also disagree because
Yeah.
I am not. I am very much young, but I know the film I want to direct is a very young film.
Yeah.
It's full of music, it's everything, and that's I can't never make a film in rural India. मैं विलेज का आदमी नहीं हूँ. मुझे विलेज का वो समझ में नहीं आता.
आपका बचपन से लेके अभी तक का पूरा जर्नी ऐसा रहा
नहीं,
है
तो
ना?
मुझे I like it's very city urban scape. I love that.
Yeah.
You know. मुझे वो सब विलेज वो सब उस तरह का चीजें मुझे शाम में निकल के फिल्म नहीं बुलाना है. तो I know what I want to make.
Yeah.
And I have my subjects ready.
Yeah.
Very good subjects I've got.
Yeah.
And which I'd asked someone else to direct.
Yeah.
Now I'm just waiting. I will do it. I'll again. Mohan wants to make that other film of mine called Tears in Heaven. So I'm trying to get back to Shoma to direct it. So I'm reworking on now. But suddenly I've got so much of work coming as a production designer and as a co-producer.
Okay.
That you handle the whole project for us. अभी जिस Crash Boom Bang कर रहा हूँ, I'm handling the whole project for them. फिर वो TPH मोहन के लिए 2 फिल्म्स है जो लंदन में शूट होने वाला है.
Why it is this? Because you have got that childhood से आपका जो एजुकेशन था मैन फ्राइडे का, जो सत्यू सर के साथ में, तो दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग इज दैट स्ट्रीट स्मार्टनेस एंड दैट लाइक यू नो कोई भी चीज कहीं से भी अवेलेबल कर देना, ऑर्गेनाइज कर देना, उस चीज को प्रॉपर क्रिएट कर देना, दैट इज देयर इन यू. सो दैट इज द बिगेस्ट स्किल रिक्वायर्ड.
Like yesterday there was a little problem Ashutosh was having with Shahjahan.
Yeah.
Okay, so he called me and said, "Yeah, Shahjahan क्या नया आदमी है क्या?" I said, नहीं, बहुत पुराना आदमी है, मुकुल आनंद उनको सब कुछ कर चुका है. हाँ, तो इसलिए पुराना ख्यालत का है आशुतोष. ऐसे क्या हुआ? अरे यार, दिवाली में कोई शूट करता है क्या? वो ऐसे बात करता है, ऐसे करता है. तो मैंने ठीक है, मैं बात करता हूँ. फिर जाके मैं शाहजहान को बिठा, मैंने कहा देख वो करेगा नहीं, तो लेट अस हैंडल इट, लेट मी हैंडल दैट मैन. तो मैंने आशुतोष को बोला ठीक है, वो 3 दिन ले लो, फिर आपको बाद में आपको करना पड़ेगा. तो इसे बस तू या मेरा तू करते रहे. तो the producer दादा, you only handle these guys. I said, yeah, I'll talk to them sweetly and I'll manage with them, don't worry. तो I do not look at it कि इसको कोई rocket science नहीं है.
You see the solution rather than the problem. That's why it becomes easy.
चिल्लाओगे कि मैं कैसे नहीं दोगे, वो देगा नहीं. सीधी बात, वो एक्टर है, वो आपको नचा सकता है, आप नाचते रहोगे. I have that I know very well कि छोटा एक्टर भी आपको नचा सकता है. तो उसको चाल से ही बंद हो कि आपको नचाए, है ना? तो दैट आई नो, दैट लर्न दैट. तो
Yes.
वो आपको रेस्पेक्ट तभी करेगा जब आप उसको नहीं नचाओगे. तो कीप क्वाइट.
Yeah. It was wonderful talking to you, Da.
Okay.
There was so much of information and such a beautiful life you had. And definitely, furthermore, when you will make like new
Sure.
film and direct it,
Positive.
there will be more. Then again, I'll come back to
Okay.
you.
But I
for
hope I've said whatever you were looking for.
no, Da, this is about you. It is
No,
about
but I
your
hope
life.
you got. Oh,
Definitely.
okay, ठीक है. Okay.
More than me, it is the audience, the people who knows Bijon Das Gupta, but who doesn't know the other side of Bijon Das Gupta. That I wanted to show that who you are, what you are, how beautiful
Yeah,
you are.
okay.
So thank you very much.
Thank you for.
to be with me on Chitt Ki Baat Aartii
Thank you
Naagpal.
that you thought of talking to me.
Thank you.
अच्छा हुआ.
Love
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Thank you
Love
very much
Bye.
for being with us. I'll keep inspiring you and loving you all. Thank you.